RWBY. Achoo! Even Crescent Rose is adorable. Oh, you two are so cute. I just want to squeeze you till you pop. Betrayed by my own cuteness. I can't breathe.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Black Omen. We're back with RWBY Volume 9, Episode 4. Before we begin, I just want to do my usual recap of the last episode. Team RWBY made their way with accompanied assistance from the guards to the castle. Now, I thought we were going to be seeing, the King of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, whatever it is, because, we're in, an Alice in Wonderland type of place, but it ended up being the prince. Well, they met the prince, they got inside of the castle. RWBY ended up playing a game of chess with the prince, which ultimately the prince made Weiss, Blake, and Yang playable characters for RWBY. They ultimately ended up having to fight all the pieces on the board, which then Team RWBY escapes. Well, mostly RWBY. Everyone else, of course, being shrunken down. I forgot to mention that. Everyone else in Team RWBY got shrunk down to the size of the chess pieces, if you want to call them. And then they got some help escaping from the Cheshire Cat, if you want to call it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just checked out my bingo card that I made for this volume, and so far, none of them have occurred just yet. Mainly, I don't think, now that I'm looking at this volume, I don't think any of them are going to be happening. I may want to hold on to it, maybe tweak some things for volume 10. The only thing is, we have not seen Jean yet. I'm really, really hoping that we get to see him. I'm thinking, I'm not a Jean fan per se. It's just, for God's sakes, he's one down there too. We saw Neo at the end of the last episode, which she was, I guess, kind of confronted by the Jabberwocker, and we got to see how Neo basically can clone herself multiple times, kind of like with, sort of like Flint, from how we saw his semblance in Volume 3, where, because the thing was with hers, it was the copies weren't doing it at acting in the same time. It was almost like there was some sort of a delay with each one, kind of like how Flint's semblance was. I don't know if that's any way related, but I doubt it. But yeah, one thing before I begin is that with each episode 4 of most previous volumes, I have noticed that in volume 4 of previous volumes that there's always some sense of emotional scenes, whether it be intense or some kind of a lot happening at once, if you remember in volume 8, there was the scene where Ren kind of snaps at Yang. Volume 7, you had the scene where Crow is talking to RWBY about her mom, and in volume 5, if I remember correctly, Yang and Weiss reunite for the first time since being separated, and there's this sense of emotionalness. So I'm guessing, being that this is episode 4 of volume 9, this is going to have a little bit of emotional scene, might be an intense scene, so I'm expecting some good juicy info to be coming out of this. So let's cross our fingers and hopefully that this is a juicy episode. So let us begin. So we're going to begin our reaction to Volume 9, Episode 4 in 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, man. I really hope this is going to be, I'm hoping for a good one. I mean, not to say that the other ones weren't good, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, juicy content. And I forgot to kind of look up the lyrics for this song, but I'm kind of just see what I can do. Have it right here. Sinking down in the depths of nowhere, I am undone. Clasping tight onto memories I know that will be overrun. Mistress of the balance is blind. Chances are a tide in a fairy tale. She'll find inside a new one. I'm ready. Who will I find? I gotta let go, but I lose my mind. Our worlds unwind. Interesting. Never really dissected the lyrics to the song. I'll have to do that. Kind of like what I did with the song from last volume, Friend. Let's go. Kitty.
Wait! No. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. Oh, come on, kitty. Cat's hindquarters. Excuse me.
You're excused.
I'm a little afraid of a cat. Where's the rest of you?
Hello.
There you go.
Cat.
Whoosh.
Curious cat? Which one do you go by?
Oh, I don't go by. That belongs to the days and the years. But if you are asking me what I am, I do suppose I am indeed a cat. Most curious.
Cat most curious.
Of course. Look, my friends and I really need to get to that giant tree, and so far nothing we've tried has gotten us any further. It looks to me like we're even farther.
Yeah, I think that's because we're 6 inches tall.
It could be both.
Yeah.
The tree. Tree. Of course. That is most definitely impossible. You do not go to the tree goes to you, unless, of course, you're me. You see.
What?
Not even a little bit.
Well, that's your problem. It's a matter of perspective, I'm afraid.
But couldn't you take us then? You've been there before.
So why would I ever want to go back? Yes, I'm glad we understand one another. No sense in seeing a sight seen.
I wonder who voices the
Please.
cat.
You helped Alex when she was...
Alex? How do you know her? Are you friends of hers? Lifelong nemesis? Wait, don't tell me. Okay, no, tell me.
Well, we don't know her personally. Just...
She wrote a book about her entire adventure in the ever after.
A book? Is it well liked?
It's kind of a childhood favorite of everyone's, where we're from.
Yes. Oh, please, I simply must know more. What did she write about? How was I portrayed? And do I smell a mouse?
From one cat to another. Could you give us a minute, please?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, so they're spoken for. Well, please hurry.
Spoken
I have
for.
so many,
God.
many questions.
Are we sure they're not called the constantly annoying cat?
Got him. Totally roasted.
Thank you.
Guys, the curious cat was described as an ally with an appetite for information. Just because they don't want to go back to the tree doesn't mean we can't lure them there.
Okay. Yeah, we just need to keep their attention along the way. That shouldn't be too hard. We know all sorts of...
The cat's gone.
No! No!
It's over there.
But wait up! Didn't you have questions for us? We'd be happy
I sense a butt approaching.
There it is.
No, I mean, we do still need to go to the tree, but that'll take ages, right? Plenty of time to tell you all the stuff from our world. Look,
Hold on, pause. Okay, if my guess is correct, I'm guessing that Ruby's going to go tell the cat about Salem. But the thing is, here's the thing. I know she's probably going to tell her, but just a couple of things with that. Number one, any information that involves where they're from has zero, like, pertinence, any relevance to their lives. You know, like telling this cat, this creature, you know, all about Salem is not going to hold. It serves no purpose, you know. Like I don't see why that would be so important for the cat to know. I mean, sure, it's whatever. But yeah, when the cat mentioned about like oh, the tree comes to you or something, I'm sort of kind of still scratching my head about that one. I mean, he said it's about perspective. So, I mean, it's probably some mental thing that they think it's far away, but it's a lot closer than they think. I don't know. I'm just shooting sparks off the top of my head here. So, let's continue on in 3, 2, 1, and go.
ever seen a scroll before? Ooh.
Luminous rectangle.
Luminous rectangle.
Ooh. What does this button do?
It's like giving a kid an iPad.
Why is it painting tiny flat versions of me? Is that what I look like, smiling?
Hook,
So many
line,
more
and
questions.
sinker.
How exciting. So, the old man and the boy share a body now? Ooh, that's got some uncomfortable implications. Who thought that was a helpful way to reincarnate? The same people who put a city in the sky? Ooh, speaking of Atlas, did that CL girl from the Vital Festival ever come back to the middle? There's just so many
CL
characters
so-
to keep track of. Wait,
Oh my God! Hold on,
What was my
pause.
original?
Sorry. For those who are fans of Murder of Birds, aka Arnold, you know, whatever you want to call him, he's been talking about CL Soleil like since volume 4. Like he's been saying, like, where is she? What happened to her? He's been wondering about this and I'm sure he's already seen this episode by now, but I can't imagine what his reaction is. But the fact that they finally bring her up after all this time is just holy crap, dude! Wow, someone at Rooster Teeth has got to be watching his stuff, reading his tweets or whatever. There's got to be. I'm halfway convinced, almost fully convinced at this point. But anyway, let's continue on. 3, 2, 1, and go.
no question.
Blake, it's your turn. You asked about the origins of Remnant.
That's right. Woo, those two brothers. Talk about a god complex, am I right? All in all, a rather entertaining summary, though I felt some of the character voices were a bit uninspired. Looking at you, wise huntress.
Again, it's wise. Just wise.
Apologies. To your credit, you lot certainly know more about the beginnings of Remnant than Alex did. That girl could barely see past her own nose.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, you know. Just hilariously concerned with trivial things.
Yeah, but she learned her lesson in the end, right?
I'd certainly say so. Oh, would you look at that? The edge of the garden's acre.
Ooh. Those are really awesome looking leaves. Very colorful.
This entire world is put together like a bunch of mixed up puzzle pieces. How does anyone make sense of this?
Each acre is made specifically for its inhabitants and their roles. Is it not like that on Remnant?
No.
No?
How strange. It never even occurred to me to ask that before.
I have a question I'd like to ask. How much longer before we're back to regular size?
Not long at all. The garden is just down this path and is sure to have all the ingredients we need for a lovely Grogurt parfait.
Grogurt?
Just don't go talking to anyone without me. If you're not careful.
We might get our heads cut off.
That is how we met, isn't it? Oh, you remnant folk are such troublemakers.
Well, I'm sure we'll cause a lot less trouble once we're back to normal.
Not.
I don't see what all the fuss is about. Some of my best friends are 6 inches tall. If I were you, I'd be more worried about... Oh, who was that scary sorceress you mentioned? Salim? Salem? How many more relics does she need to end the world again? How are you even supposed to stop her now that Atlas is gone?
That's really, really cool looking. I don't know.
Hey, Rubes,
I...
maybe we shouldn't worry about home right now. We've got enough problems to...
The cat!
What? Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention. Where did they go now?
Oh, they saw a bug.
And you didn't say anything?
It was a very interesting bug.
Of all the characters from the book, why did it have to be the cat? Why couldn't we have gotten help from the lively carpenter or the rested knight? One was
Rested
sweet,
knight.
one was handsome, and neither of them had the attention span of a goldfish.
You know, I bet you could find a goldfish in one of these ponds.
Hey, do you hear that?
Do you hear that? Dun, 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 dun.
Is this the garden?
It certainly looks like a garden. But where's that humming coming from?
If I had a guess, probably from.
What are you?
I am getting really tired of that question.
What question?
Whoa.
What are you?
Oh, that question. Isn't it obvious?
He's the
I am
gardener.
an herbalist. The herbalist. At least. Until I'm not anymore.
Oh, good. Well, all questions answered then.
Sorry to bother, but, my friends and I could use some help. See, we're trying to get to that giant tree, but
Help getting to the tree.
So I'm guessing he's gonna
Yes.
use his herbs to
Everyone
make
needs
everyone
help
normal
these
size
days.
again.
Everyone. Well, are you coming in or aren't you?
you can make us a Grogurt parfait, right?
Grogurt's supposed to be like yogurt parfait. Okay.
I must say, you all seem a bit, hesitant. What did you say you were again?
We're huntresses.
And what exactly does a huntress do?
Fight monsters, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't understand why this matters.
I don't understand how you don't understand. I am an
Pause.
herbalist.
Now, the question that they are being asked a lot is, what are you? And I kind of feel like that question is going to be brought up a lot in this whole season, more than it already is. And I feel like that's going to hold a lot of significance in this season. But yeah, it's going to be, I think that whole question is going to be a big theme in this season. I'm noticing it a lot, and I think it's going to be a pretty big, significance and a big question of like, what are you? And I feel like it's going to be very important. Let's continue on. 3, 2, 1, and go.
I make medicines and remedies to help others on their journeys. It is what I am. So, Do you know what a huntress is, or do you guess?
Huntresses are heroes. We protect those who can't protect themselves.
Thank you. Now, would you say that you're good huntresses?
Look, can you help us or not?
I am trying. But you are making this far more complicated than it needs to be. We all have our titles, our roles to play. But in order to help you become whatever it is you need to become, you should really have a better understanding of what you are now.
Okay. How do we open mushroom door?
This is how a king winds up a prince. Follow me.
King winds up
My
a
work
prince.
is never done.
What are you talking about the prince? Oh man. He's making that sweet opium, I guess. Puff, puff, pass, my friend.
Please, take a seat.
Actually, I think maybe we should be going. Right, Ruby?
This won't take long.
Oh,
Just answer the questions. What are you?
Ruby getting a contact high. Oh,
No!
Are you sure you know? You have to be sure of what you are and of what you're going to be.
Blake! Ruby!
my guess is they never done this before. Oh,
What?
old Yang.
You don't have to go forward, you know? You could go back. Back to before. What? What are you talking about?
It's simple, really. You could just be human. Or just a cat, if you wanted. Really, it's up to you. Why would I do that? Like I said, it's simple. Much simpler than trying to be a bridge between humans and faunus. Why struggle with that responsibility?
The Schnee name. Why bother anymore? What does it even stand for now? Instead, you could be
Hold on.
a nobody.
Pause. My understanding is like the I guess the smoke is like definitely having some an effect in their brain. Like, this is like what they're seeing in their head. It's kind of like a whole symbolic thing. It's like they're seeing their former selves. Like, these are like volume 1, volume 2 versions of themselves. And it's just really cool seeing them in this environment. And like, I don't know if they're using the same engine for this. It would be kind of cool. I mean, this is kind of like how I guess you translate it, but it just looks weird, but kind of cool at the same time. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. It's a little philosophical in a way. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Could you imagine? Not a single bit of baggage upon your shoulders. Isn't that what you want? To be free?
To be something simpler.
To be whole again? No. My losses, my failures, those more than anything are what have shaped me into who I am. Showed me how I need to grow. If there's something I'm missing, it's not because I've lost it. It's because I haven't found it yet. And the only way to do that is to keep going.
A simple life wouldn't be my life. My family, my friends, my culture. I belong to them just as much as they belong to me. To give that all away wouldn't be simplicity. It would be betrayal.
I don't know who you think you are, but let me tell you who I am. I am the granddaughter of a hero and the child of a villain. I am a citizen of a fallen kingdom and an heir to nothing. I will not be defined by my name because I will be the one to define it. I am Shmi,
Yes.
and I am a huntress.
I am a huntress.
I am a huntress.
Ruby, on the other hand,
So?
doesn't know what she is.
Are you a huntress? Like the ones you read about in books?
Volume 1, Ruby.
I don't know. They always saved the day, didn't they? Always knew what to do. Always won in the end. But life isn't like a fairy tale. That's right. It's up to you to make things better, isn't it? Everything all depends on you. Your sister needs you. Your friends need you. The whole world needs you to keep fighting forever and ever against an invincible monster that took your mother.
Oh, ouch.
Mom was the best. But even she failed. That doesn't seem fair. None of this seems fair. What am I supposed to do? You can do whatever you want. Be whoever you want. You don't even have to be Ruby Rose.
Oh.
So, what are you gonna be?
Get away from her!
Oh my, that's a bit much.
Oh, Herb, look at yourself. You're done. You're supposed to be helping others find their way, but you've lost your own. Please, let me help. And take a little bit of my heart. You'll feel much better.
I do apologize. I always was a bit of a workaholic.
That was interesting.
Huntresses, was it? Peculiar things.
Okay.
Oh, I found the cat.
Okay. All right. That was weird. Okay. Yeah, that was a weird episode. Oh, right. Oh, that was a weird episode, but it was still fun nonetheless. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought of this episode, some of your thoughts and feelings about this episode. Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at BlackOmen10. And if you guys want to catch me on Twitch, I'm there too. At twitch.tv/Chris Reed. So, until then, you guys, I will see you all in the next one.